TikTok, what's the word, y'all? Come on, tap in. Okay, on this good Tuesday, I'm going to ruffle some of y'all feathers. Here we go. The amount of people who are intentionally trying to gaslight Black Americans into getting into these protests and getting into a fight that is not ours. It is not ours. I do not want y'all to ever feel like we have something against immigrants, because that ain't the issue. That ain't never been an issue. The issue is Black people, Black Americans specifically, our bodies have always been used as shields. And in 2025, we done learned and we are choosing to protect ourselves, protect our peace, protect our lineage. Because let me tell you something. Y'all already know what would happen if a whole bunch of us decided today that we was going to get the fuck up and go down there and get in them streets. Y'all know just as well as we know what the fuck will happen. We've done it before. You hear me? We've done it before. And I'm saying we because I've actually done protests. I have a real issue with people, especially those who have been able to come to this country and do well for themselves and then try to make it seem like we're wrong for not wanting to get into these fights. Because here's the real truth. Here's the hard truth.
Now, this is the truth. For decades, the Black Americans have been on the receiving end of judgment, disrespect, and distance, sometimes not just from mainstream society, but from African immigrants too. And let's be honest, guys, there has always been that uncomfortable tension where some African immigrants came to the America and quickly adopted the same stereotypes used against the Black Americans: lazy, criminal, entitled, or complaining too much. But guys, the Black Americans were also told, why can't you just work hard like Africans? They were told slavery was too long ago, racism was an excuse, and that success was simply about mindset. So guys, I want us to watch these clips. But before that, guys, let me emphasize something that a lot of you have not subscribed to the channel, and that is based on my statistics and analysis and analytics. So please, guys, do consider to subscribe and also hit the notification bell so that you'll always be notified every time I upload a video. And so, guys, this is John's Unfiltered Commentaries. Let's get to the clips. Then later we do a commentary at the end of the videos, and then I will deliver the message from the Blacks and what I think it concerns about the present and the future. See you
When they
guys
started coming
in
to
a
Chicago,
while.
the first thing I did was call my Latino friends that fuck with me, and I fuck with them. I called them to check on them. I checked on their families. I checked on the people that I used to work with. I know what I have the capacity to do. I'll fuck with those that fuck with me. Okay? They didn't need me to get out there and fight. That's not what they needed from me. Do you know what mattered more to them? The fact that in the middle of all of this shit, I thought about them. My Latino friends didn't ask me to get into no protest. They ain't asked me to come march with them. They ain't asked me to do no shit like that. You know what they said? This means so much to me that you are even thinking about us, that you're thinking about my family. That's what they cared about. That in the midst of all of this, I was thinking of them. Absolutely. And still do. And still do. Jesse Wu on Threads talking about I'm seeing all of these people talking about this is not their fight. It seems very xenophobic. Aren't you Haitian? Did you come over here and build your platform and build your life up? So you want to gaslight us into getting into some shit that you ain't gonna go get into. I ain't seen you march yet, little mama. Don't try to make it seem like we've done something wrong because we're choosing ourselves. Black people, sit the fuck down. At the end of the day, sit the fuck down. Because we fight every day. My entire life, I've had to fight for a lot in my life. A lot. And 40 is not old. I've had to fight for a lot. We're tired. We're tired. We are not y'all goddamn shields. We are not the Avengers, bro. We're not characters. We're not superheroes. We're not. We need rest. And we're choosing to do that right now. As a collective. Clearly as a collective. We're choosing to, you know what? God done tapped our head too many times. We got the message. We got the message. There are so many other groups of people of color. Why the fuck y'all ain't asking them to come walk with y'all? Why y'all ain't tapping on them? Why y'all ain't pulling on them? What's tea? I know this shit seems so foreign to people because they are so used to us being emotionally reactive. They are so used to having Black people, particularly Black Americans, jumping in to fight everybody's fucking fight. Everybody's fight. And somebody literally has to get killed, get murdered on camera or something of that sort for people to, now they got bleeding hearts and they want to make signs and shit. And then what? Black people, I'm telling you, the neighborhood hero is telling you, sit down, sit down. Don't let y'all emotions get riled up. Trust and believe they're going to come out with a full-on campaign. People are going to be very intentional about trying to get us in a space where we are being reactive again. They're going to try to gaslight you on the internet and through the news and things of that nature, make it seem like you're wrong for not wanting to help people and fight people, and this involves you too, and all of those things. Man, listen, we done been through a whole bunch of motherfucking presidents. And ain't one other than Obama gave us that type of vibe and that feeling. But here's the real thing. Nobody has censored Black Americans yet. Black people yet. In any office. Are we going to call a spade a spade? It don't matter who's sitting in the motherfucking seat. They not there for us. At the end of the day, what I'm saying is we under no circumstance support what they're doing. We don't. At all. We think it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. It's disgusting. And we know it's disgusting. But I need people to also understand that we only have a capacity to do so much. I know people think that, like, Black folks are at everybody's disposal. We're not, bro. And we're letting y'all know that we're not. And we're going to check on the people that we need to check on. We're going to support in other ways. But putting our bodies out there is not on the table. Tap in.
Nigerians, this week we got Somalians coming on here complaining about how we're not supporting them. And then they want to use that one example, George Floyd. George Floyd was not the only protest that Americans have had over the years. We had Rodney King, Sandra Bland, a lot of them. But you're using George Floyd as an example. And I'm going to say you're using George Floyd is because you're in Minnesota. But there have been a lot of protests that we Black Americans have done. A lot of them. But you only want to use George Floyd as an example. So, okay, we're going to go with your idea. We protested. How loud was your protest? Were you on a megaphone so we can all see how you protested for George Floyd, or was your protest quiet in the cut so nobody saw you do it? And if that's the case, do you expect our protest with you to be louder than yours was for us? Do you expect us to go and run in front of ICE and say, no, don't take them, they're better than me. Take me. Is that how loud you want my protest to be? Because if that's how loud you want my protest to be, or your protest to be, us to protest with you, it ain't happening. You come here thinking that you're better than me. I don't think that. I don't think that you're less than me either, but I definitely don't think you better than me. I don't think you deserve the privileges more in the United States that they have that set up more than me. And when you come on here and want to insult us, talk about we put our parents in nursing homes, you always want to compare your people to our bottom 10%. Those nursing homes was set up to take care of old people. No, I don't have anybody. Set up to take care of old people. Money was paid into taxes, so we are able to do that. Because here, where our culture is, we didn't grow up in huts and dirt houses and stuff like that. We grew up in houses, so we have to work to pay for that stuff. We can't just go out there and build a house and we live, the whole family. The way I was raised by my parents and my great-grandparents and great-grandparents, because I had those, was to grow up, get out, create your own life, raise your family. That's what we were taught. I was not taught that when you get up to this age or when I get old, stop everything you're doing. That is not what I was taught. I was taught to grow up, make your money, create your own family. And because I come from a line of people that travel the world, when I say travel the world, Black Americans that travel the world, my elders wanted me to be in a position to do that. And because they wanted me to be in a position to do that, my elders made arrangements for their old age. And what y'all don't know is a lot of our older people don't want to, our parents don't want to live with us. The reason why they don't want to live with us, not all, I ain't never said all, a lot of them don't want to live with us because they don't want to take away from our lives. That's why a lot of people, not the bottom, they prepare for their old age. And for those that didn't, we have systems set in place that's going to take care of those. If, in fact, there's a time where I have to bring my mother to my house, you best believe I'm going to hire somebody to come in there and do the same thing that they're doing in my culture. And the reason why they have a problem with you is because they have systems set up to take care of Americans. And I ain't talking about just Black Americans. So if you have a group of people, a certain percentage of people, a certain percentage that's coming in there, take it from that system that they didn't contribute to, then we have a problem. All of y'all not doing that because I have come across, because I don't really know any people that are working well. You come here thinking that you better than us, and you're expecting us to get out there and protest harder for you than you would have ever done for us. That's the same thing that those other people think. They think we're supposed to come out here and do all the work for them. We have already protested for you. The protest that Black people have done puts you in a position to where you can be here. The reason why you was here because you saw the land of the free and the brave, and you wanted what we have. You didn't think we deserve it. You think you deserve more than we do. Now, I get it. I don't want them rounding y'all up. They're rounding y'all up like cattle. Baby, I'm not going to jump in front of ICE and die for you. Because I know for a fact you wouldn't do it for me. This is a time for you to stand up and fight if this is what you want to be. Don't come running around with this flag and that flag fighting to stay here. It ain't even everybody. It's a certain percentage of y'all that's doing that. Just like there's a certain percentage of Black Americans that's doing exactly what y'all say that they're doing. Don't expect our protest for you to be louder than yours would be for us. George Floyd was not the only protest that we have, but that's the only one y'all seem to use. So while you're on here insulting us and begging us in the same breath, that's your fight. We've already fought for you. It's on you now, boo. Bye.
And so, guys, we all know that have been used against the Black Americans for so long. The African immigrants comparison with the blacks have the Black Americans being asked to work hard like the Africans. And now, fast forward, guys. The immigrants are facing the same system directly, and such of the things include harsh immigration laws, deportation, visa crackdowns, housing discrimination, job barriers, media demonization, and also collective punishment for actions of a few. And guys, the same system Black Americans want about is knocking at their door. So guys, this is where the phrase comes in. Now you all can see her and how it feels. Yeah, and this is a message that the Black Americans are sending to the African immigrants. And one thing I can see from the Black Americans is that they like this message, and it is not. They don't have any doubt sending such kind of a message to the African immigrants. And so, guys, guys, this message is not out of hatred, it is not out of cruelty, but out of validation. The Black Americans are saying, we told you America doesn't love blackness, only usefulness. And we told you proximity to whiteness would save you. We told you respectability politics has an expiration date. And yes, some Black Americans are laughing, not because people are suffering, but because the gaslighting is over. The illusion is broken, guys. And for years, the Black Americans were told the experiences were not real. Now the same phrases are being used against the African immigrants, and this time, especially the Somali communities that have been so vocal on challenging the Black American culture. And guys, follow the law. If you did nothing wrong, you wouldn't be worried. Why don't you go back home? You people are the problem. That is the message to the Somali communities. Instead of keeping on inviting the Black Americans into this war, a war that does not belong to them, they should consider these things. Follow the law. And if they have done nothing wrong, they should not be worried. And if they don't like it here in America, they should also go home. And guys, this sounds familiar. This is a message that sounds familiar to what the Black Americans have been receiving. And we know that the Black Americans are the foundational Black Americans. They established America, but they had these messages being told to them that they go home, to a home even they do not know. And guys, what the Black Americans really want is not revenge, it is honesty and unity. But unity cannot be built on denial or superiority. It has to start with acknowledgement, guys. Acknowledging that anti-blackness exists globally, acknowledging that Black Americans were the canary in the coal mine, and acknowledging that no Black group is immune in a system built on hierarchy. And guys, when some Black Americans say, I love it, what they really mean is, I love that the truth is finally undeniable, because maybe now finally there is room for real conversation, real solidarity, and real respect. And guys, not from pity, not from comparison, but from shared reality. So guys, this is the lesson. The lesson is simple. If you are Black in America, the system will eventually remind you, no matter where you are from. It doesn't matter whether you are from Somali, it doesn't matter where you are from Africa. Wherever you are, whether you are Black, the system will have a way of reminding it to you. And so, guys, in my opinion, I think the best way can be to just respect other people, respect the Black Americans and their culture, their endeavors, their struggles, embrace their struggles other than trying to criticize them and asking them what is their culture. So guys, that is the message that I have for us today. This is my commentary today, my deep dive into this topic. Do let me know, guys. Let's build this topic together. Write down on the comment section. Let me know what you think about this genuine message from the Black Americans to the African immigrants. This is a message that they are saying, this is now your turn, and we are loving it. And they know that they are loving, that they are suffering, but the reality, or the the message is coming out clear, and that whether you are black, the states will always have a way of reminding it to you. So guys, stay tuned until my next video. See you then. Adios.